You know, I never really knew how much I missed Sam Raimi's influence until I saw Send Help. We got a peak Sam Raimi movie in the big 2026. Life is good, man. Life is good. So, Send Help is an all-new comedy horror movie. The film is directed by the great Sam Raimi, and it stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. A woman and her overbearing boss become stranded on a deserted island after a plane crash. They must overcome past grievances and work together to survive, but ultimately, it's a battle of wills and wits to make it out alive. Similar to this year's lineup for video games, I think this will be a phenomenal year for movies, and Send Help is the perfect indicator of that. For those who may not know, in the superhero space and in the horror space, Sam Raimi is an extremely influential director. I love his work with the superhero movies except for that one time. But when it comes to horror, that is where Sam Raimi is at his best. But Send Help is the accumulation of everything great about Sam Raimi wrapped into one film. From horror to comedy to technical shots, this is Raimi in his natural habitat. Peak Raimi at its finest. Now let me start by saying this movie is flat out hilarious. Yes, the movie is campy as hell, but it adds more fuel to the humor. The comedy here is actually done pretty well. Everything from awkward comedy to slapstick comedy to dark comedy, it's all here. The humor in this film reminds me of the comedy from the Spider-Man trilogy, and most definitely Ash vs. Evil Dead. The Sam Raimi sauce when it comes to horror and over-the-top bloody violence is very present in this movie. I never thought seeing a woman killing a boy could be so attractive, but so gruesome at the same time. If you've seen any horror movie by Sam Raimi, you know there is going to be violence, and there is going to be gore. A lot. But I think what I love about this movie were the horror aspects. If there is one thing Sam Raimi will do, is that he will insert an unexpected jump scare. There is a jump scare in this movie that I swear to you, it threw everyone in my theater completely off. It's one of those jump scares where you know it's coming, but it still hits you hard. That moment was the kind of shit you would see in Evil Dead. But all in all, the film does a great job at balancing both the comedy and the horror. It doesn't feel like one aspect is being sacrificed for the other, or one is being more favored than the other. Both aspects are perfectly balanced and they don't overshadow the film's narrative. And a lot of the emotional and the comedic moments probably would not have been as good if it wasn't for Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien's infectious chemistry. These two were incredible. From back and forth banter to having serious confrontations to absurd all-out brawls between the two. They were the selling points of this movie. Dylan O'Brien plays this jackass of a boss who has the laugh of Paulie from The Sopranos. And then you have Rachel McAdams' character, who I think was the best character in the whole film. Seeing Rachel McAdams go from this sweet, kind, bubbly woman to something that was the complete opposite was completely unexpected, but I loved it. What I like about this movie is how less predictable it is. There was at one point where we got to the second act, and I started to question, how would this movie wrap up? Like, what's gonna happen to our characters? And I made a prediction on how it would go. And I was completely wrong. And I'm glad I was wrong because this movie completely subverted my expectations. I was worried, but I was also kind of expecting the film to go down this safe and predictable route, but it does a full 180, and I gotta give Sam Raimi his props for switching it up. It was a pretty good twist, I can't lie. I don't really have a lot of major concerns or issues with this movie. Like, this is Sam Raimi at his finest. I guess you could say the biggest thing I didn't like was the CGI. The CGI was pretty bad, I can't lie. But I kind of want to give him the benefit of the doubt because maybe that was intentional. Because Send Help is a very campy and cheesy movie, maybe the CGI kind of enhanced that cheesiness. I don't know, but regardless, the CGI is not that great if you're someone that's really analytical when it comes to visual effects. But as far as everything else, pretty damn good. And to make this movie even more special, I just found out Danny Elfman did the score for this movie. Sam Raimi and Danny Elfman working together are two peas in a pod. To me, that is one of Hollywood's best dynamic duos. The score in this movie was great. The music in this movie is whimsical and sinister, the perfect blend for Send Help. I love how we're only in January and Send Help is already going to be an honorable mention for my top 10 best films of 2026. But in the end, guys, Send Help was a kick-ass time. It's bloody, it's sinister, it's hilarious, it's campy, and all in all, this is another great addition to Sam Raimi's entire discography. So, plugging Send Help. Into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pinnacle zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for Send Help. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about the film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What is your favorite Sam Raimi movie of all time? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one.